Happy people! What's going on, man? Whew, that was all the wind I had. damn near killed myself. Oh, man. Anyway, it's Terrell, Hall of Fame. D-Line, tbkc, and all that sweet, beautiful, wonderful shit. Ah. Woo. All right. Genotype, phenotype connection. Let's talk about it. All right, this is what I want to talk to y'all about. And let me, I only got one hand, so it feels very, very powerful. And yes, I'm gaining more energy because I have like 500 milligrams of caffeine in that tea. Got honey in there, lemon, ginger. I'm a naturalist. I don't like a ton of antibiotics and all that, so I do unfortunately have an infection. So I try to do more stuff like that. The probiotics, and trust me, it works. You know what I mean? I'm feeling better already, so I just got to stay on it. But anyway, genotype, phenotype. Vinegar was also in there. Apple cider vinegar. But many people seem to be confused about this whole thing. So let me help you out. Genotype is like your blueprint. You know what I mean? Genotype is telling you all of the wonderful things that your dog should be and should have in it. All of the beautiful components, you know what I mean, that it has in it. Now, what the phenotype generally represents is which of those qualities are showing up. Now, if you happen to be blessed to have like a dog from a very, very consistent line, the phenotype will consistently show what the other dogs were having because they have consistency. So you'll have a lot of the same characteristics of the head pieces because if it's consistent, both grandparents, grandfathers probably look alike. The grandmothers probably look alike, similar height, similar structure. That's where you want to get to. But in the case of like the American Bully, when the dogs sort of differ in looks, from time to time, what you start to pay attention to in phenotype is what's presenting itself. So say, for instance, you got a breeding where there's a big ass head in the breeding. You know what I mean? You got the big head. The dad has the big head, and the mom's head is more of what we would used to say feminine, where her head is not quite as big, but she's got the chest, she's got the shoulders, she's got the body, but her head is more feminine. She doesn't have a big blocky head. What you would want to do is you look back at her mom and her dad. How's the mom's head? Mom's head pretty solid. Dad's head pretty solid. How's the grandparents' head? Now you start to get to an understanding of what's your possibilities to produce the head that you want. Because say, for instance, if both grandfathers on the mom's side has big ass heads and her dad has a big head, but the mom has a smaller head. Well, what that's probably telling you is that the mom's head that's a little bit smaller is more so a recessive anomaly, so to speak. Like, this is not typical. If her parents had very nice heads, but her head just comes out, I'm not saying horrible because you don't want to breed horrible, but a little less than theirs, then there's a very good probability that your male with his giant dome can pull her grandparents, if you get what I'm saying. So this is where genotype and phenotype play hand in hand. Now, of course, it goes the other way also. Because if you could have a dog with like this monstrous 28-inch head, but no other dog in his lineage has this monstrous 28-inch head, it is a lesser possibility that he's going to throw that head. His head is the anomaly. So I don't like it when people say, do you breed or genotype or phenotype? They go hand in hand. You want to see a consistency throughout the genetics, and you want to see a consistency in the phenotype. You want the phenotype to be a great example of what you saw behind the genotype. And if you get both locked in, then you're really moving, because if the mom is presenting the same look that her parents had that you like, and they all producing that head gene, you're like, okay, cool. Now I'm breeding her to another head dog. Of course, now my mathematics is so much better because I don't have, you know, that variable in there that the mom's phenotype didn't quite present the head I was looking for. Now it's a higher probability. But this is why they go hand in hand, because looking behind her phenotype, you can see that she also has, you know, a head gene where these dogs are huge. They've got the domes on them. The dad got it. Now your puppies, in all probability, are going to have big heads. This is generally the way a breed is made, but it's over generations of breeding the genotype to get to a certain phenotype. Unfortunately, with the American Bully, because of the inconsistencies and the constant changing of the standards, and people say they're breeding for their own vision, we have yet to really lock in total genotype, phenotype, you know, harmony, so to speak. And I think it'll get there in time as we get more and more consistent. But this is why you have a variation of looks besides, you know, the other things that are going on. But we're sticking to the real breeders and people who are trying to have these dogs. So, you know, with all that being said, man, I would definitely recommend that you guys take both into consideration. You know what I mean? Take it all into consideration and try to figure out exactly what it is that you need to do with your breedings and the probabilities that you're going to have a successful litter. A lot of breeders try to make you think that it's some kind of sorcery that we do. Honestly, a good breeder just knows where to look on the pedigrees, and maybe even a few other questions as far as, are these dogs known for throwing heads? And I'm just using heads to stick to the topic, but that it goes for all body parts, even the negative shit like heart murmurs and different things like that. You want to bring that into your equation, you know, so you know how to breed away from it. That's how you breed Dax blood properly. You can, you know, and that's a whole different discussion, but you can definitely breed dogs like that properly if it's behind your pedigree, especially if it's like 3 or 4 generations back. It's getting to be minute, but you also have to know the pitfalls of what not to breed to bring those bad genetics back to the forefront as you try to, you know, per se wash them out. You never totally wash them out, but you can bring them down to such a minute level that they're not very much of a risk to do you any harm. But you know, we'll talk more and more on this, man. We're going to get back more into the logistics of real dog breeding and dog analysis and all those sweet, beautiful, wonderful shits. But I thank y'all for your love and y'all support, man. I turned on them phones and got the phone, just got the jing, 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 jing. I said, good Lord, they love me. And that's always a good feeling, man. Much love to y'all. God bless y'all. I appreciate y'all. See y'all soon. Peace.